that's it for that. Let me go ahead and save this, and we'll take some questions. Yeah, it was bad, wasn't it? Yeah, it was bad audio, wasn't it? Yeah, I apologize for that. But I mean, I guess the main, really, I covered quite a few things, and um, the last part that you're listening to about, how useful it is that you can use this whether you're investing in the stocks of companies, whether you're working as an owner of a company or an employee of a manager of a company, right? So this is all financial statement analysis is all going to be some things you'll be working with in the future. Okay, so I find it one of my favorite chapters, really. So it just gives you an overview of that, right? Now, what we're going to do next is, if you saw, Jalen, you saw the study guide, didn't you, for exam 4? Did you have a peek at that yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm still catching up on a little bit of stuff.
Well, if you have a look at it, I'll show it to you next week, but there's only going to be like 8 questions on that exam 4, and they're going to just be what you're going to learn today in the workbook. Okay, the computation of ratios, so it's pretty simple exam, so it won't be that difficult for you. But today you'll get a lot of practice with that. Okay, so I'm going to put you in groups now. I'm going to set that up. Before I do that, I'm going to explain the actual assignment, and then I'll put you in your groups. Okay, so we'll probably end up doing this for about an hour or maybe a little bit longer. We'll see how it goes. And then I'll give you a quiz after that, the attendance quiz, and then we'll do the other homework. Okay, the homework is going to be pretty lengthy. Has anybody finished the homework by any chance for chapter 13? I don't think you have, but I was just curious. Anybody in the class have done that? Okay, we'll do that. I want to show you a couple more documents here. Let's see. I'm going to go under week 11, and then workbook questions.
Bless you. Huh? What? No?
Say that again.
You're crazy for putting on heat. You're crazy for doing that.
Look for that. Everybody just look for that, okay? And then let me show you something else.
Ugh.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They run it with James, And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 3.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
28-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Julio Jones, 28 yards.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
8. Patriots, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this carries into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. On 1st down, it's James. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. James. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. On 3rd down, it's James. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st down, New England.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's James. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's brought down by Ryan Shazier. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, James. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
On the ground is James. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
The tackle made.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, it's James. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Ordinarily, third down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the second level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second down now, it's James. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down. Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
1 yard attempt.
And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught inside the 20.
Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
Touchdown, Washington. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Washington 16. Patriots nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, it's James. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Third down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The left-footed Kevin Huber set to punt it away.
In punt formation.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing deep for Galladay. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion. Now Prescott. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
24. Patriots, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down now, it's James, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 24-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
44-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
There
he goes right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Jackson, 56 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, So they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run with Jackson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down.
3-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Patriots' 31-yard line.
On the ground, this is Jackson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Shockey there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes this Washington 39. Patriots nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll keep it on the ground. James, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 yards on the play.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for New England.
In punt formation.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right off.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Jackson, his second touchdown of the night. And this offense is running away with this one. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the two-point conversion. Throwing, Prescott, and he's got it. They add on more, a little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Patriots, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's James. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, it's James. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Kamara now to return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe. Julio Jones all alone. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll keep it on the ground. James, he takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
New England on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield.
At the 50-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Oh, you got these? 58, boys, 58, 58, right. So we got man.
Prescott now from the 50. A slant to Jones. The 20, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Julio Jones, 50 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Dak's going to keep it. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
New England on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run on 1st down. It's James. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
On the play. It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Crunch, 46. Alert 3.
Again, it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That'll be a gain of 16, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT.
It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field.